What's up everybody, Tim Conley here, and I want to share with you the 5 mistakes all agency founders make and what we're going to do about it. Oh, and before we get going, what do you think about the background? I'm playing with the lights. I've just got a few new lights and I'm trying to see how they're working out. Hit me up in the comments. Tell me, what do you think about it? Am I trying too hard? Does it look off? Do you think it's cool? Let me know, because I want to improve the production quality of this channel and you're part of the viewing experience. So let me know what you think and let's check it. The first mistake agency owners make is that they're ignorant of the market. I'm not saying stupid, I'm saying ignorant. They don't know much about their market. Even the people who have domain knowledge tend to come in and not understand what is a part of the buying process, what people actually care about. They listen to a guru, they watch a YouTube channel, they get information that's not actually a part of what the market cares about. And the only way to find this information is to go to the market. Actually talk to people in the marketplace and find out what's going on. You need to do a competitor analysis. You need to see what your competitors are up to. If you don't do that, you don't know what's being sold well and what's being sold terribly. So you need to be able to go out and figure out what the market actually desires. Figure out what the playing field is. See where all the pieces are on the chessboard. You need to know these things so that you can craft a compelling offer, so that you can craft great services, so you can craft amazing marketing that attracts people to you, and this way it removes a ton of struggle. The second big mistake is charging too little. I'm not talking about you have to go off and get high ticket clients, get clients that pay you tens of thousands of dollars a month or even millions of dollars. I'm not talking about any of that. I'm just talking about charging enough that it covers your salary for the amount of time that you put in it. That includes your labor and it includes your management time. It includes everything that you have to do to run your company, but also to cover the people who you need to hire, even if you're doing the labor yourself. You still need to treat it like you're going to replace yourself. Say you're a web designer, you need to be able to hire another web designer. So you need to be able to build in what it costs to have that person do the job. Also, you need to charge for your overhead. It costs you money to run a company. It costs you money to buy equipment. It costs you money to have your laptop or your desktop. It costs you heaps of money to run a company. So you need to make sure you're charging for it every time you bill a client. This is all about margins. When you have your margins correct, it doesn't really matter what you're charging per month or per year or per project to a client. It matters what your margins are. So if you can end up with a 20% or even a 30% net profit at the end of the day, then you are charging appropriately. I've got a video that shows you how to charge your clients appropriately. You can see it here or down in the comments below. Number 3 is treating sales as secondary. After you know your marketplace, you know who they are, what they care about, and you know what you need to charge so that you can run your company profitably, well then you need to go out and hustle up sales. The problem is people don't prioritize it. They get a client and then they just start working on the client and they stop doing sales. I don't mean they slow down their sales process, they just stop. They just get right to work and they'll go, oh, I'll get to sales next. I'll get to it after I'm done with this. That creates the roller coaster effect where you are busy working, you're flush with cash, and then all of a sudden when the job's done, there's no money, there's no one in the pipeline, and then you got to work really hard to go find another client, and then you ramp back up, and then it goes down again. And it happens over and over again. And it's because people don't treat sales as a priority. They don't treat it as the primary activity in their agency. They focus on everything else and they don't put effort into their sales. You need to block off time every day, Monday through Friday, maybe Monday through Sunday, you need to block off 2 to 3 hours every day to focus on sales activities. That's outreach. That is the actual sales calls. You should be having a sales call per day if you can. And then follow up. You reached out, you got people talking to you. Keep following up until they give you a no or they give you a yes. Don't ever accept a maybe. Make sure you get people to a no or a yes. Those are sales activities. If you want to learn more about how to prioritize sales, I've got a whole video on how to do that, how to block the time, how to do the outreach, how to do the sales calls, and how to do follow-up. The fourth biggest problem with agency owners is they do the deliverables themselves. There are times when you should be the person who's at the forefront working with the client, but that should be about 10, maybe 20% of the actual project. The remainder, the 80-90% of the rest of the project should be done by other people. If you are a web designer, you may do the overall concept, you may do the architecture of the site and come up with the idea, the brand, the imagery behind it, and then have your team build it. The reason we want a team working on the labor, doing the deliverables for us, is so that we can focus on sales, so that we can focus on what's next, marketing, and we can actually run the company. We can work on the business and not in it. If you focus on doing the deliverables yourself, you put yourself on that roller coaster. You are going to put all your time and effort into doing the deliverables, doing a great job, and that is commendable. You should do a great job for your clients. But you also have to do a greater job for your own company. So you need to make sure your company's running. So take a look at your deliverables. Figure out what percentage of your time goes into the deliverable. If it's 100%, then you need to make massive changes. You need to make a change where at least 50%, maybe as much as 80% of your projects get shifted over to someone else doing it. And this goes back to not charging enough. If you've got your margins right, you are able to pay somebody to do that job for you, and that allows you to continue to grow your company. The fifth biggest mistake is their marketing sucks. Your marketing sucks. My marketing sucks. We don't put enough effort into marketing. Like with my company, Contractor Dynamics, we are in a spot where we're not selling enough. We've got a big plan for 2020. We're talking about adding about $6 million in revenue in 2020. There's no way we're going to be able to hit that on our current trajectory. We won't be able to do enough sales to be able to achieve that. So some people would say, oh, that's a sales problem. No, our sales team is closing like maniacs. They're doing a great job. What we have is a lack of leads. So that means we've got a marketing problem, not a sales problem. We need to get better at marketing. A marketing agency that needs to get better at marketing. And that's what I see throughout the entire industry, ad agencies, marketing agencies, creative agencies who are very good at doing branding, doing marketing for their clients, are terrible at doing it for themselves. Like how I was saying you need to prioritize sales, well, you also have to prioritize your marketing. You need to be shipping marketing and advertising out into your industry every day. Every day, someone in your market should see an ad. They should see your content. They should see marketing materials every single day. And hopefully more than one person should be seeing it every single day, not a day skipped. So you need to make sure that you're producing enough marketing, but also interesting enough. We're in a world where we're competing for attention. We're competing for attention from everything, not just our competitors, but every piece of content on the internet and off the internet. Our market is made up of people, and those people are out and about in the world, and they're getting inundated with marketing messages. They're getting swamped by advertising, and they're not paying attention. And that means you've got to do something to grab someone's attention. You've got to be exceptional. You should set a goal for yourself. And this is a goal for mine for 2020. It's to be as good as the advertising that we love to watch on Super Bowl Sunday. I don't know, maybe be able to compete with Madison Avenue, be able to produce the kind of ads that go out for Nike and all the giant brands in the world. We need to be able to be that good because we're competing with them. We're competing with them for the attention of our market. Even though we're not competitors, it still happens because of all the stuff that's going out in the world. We've got to rise above the noise. All right, if you don't want to make any of these mistakes, then what you need to do is hit that notification bell, like and subscribe and share and do all the socials. And I'll see you in the next video. Done.